Yeah, blessings, sports trackers. Welcome back to the channel. Now, I must take this opportunity to thank those persons who have subscribed so far. Continue to like the videos, guys. Please continue to share them as well. And I must also ask those persons who are here for the first time to please go ahead and subscribe. And after you have subscribed, if you want to continue getting notifications from this channel, please click that notification bell so that you will be notified each time I put out a new video. Alright, sports trackers, now today I just want to, delve a little bit further in this ongoing saga that has been going on in the media, that has been dominating the media all around, both locally and internationally. I was on social media once again and I came across an interview that I found to be particularly interesting once more. It was an interview conducted by the late Usain Bolt on his program Profile, aired on TVJ a couple years ago, right? And in this interview, sports trackers, you will see that classism and discrimination is real in Jamaica. All right, so please listen and then we can talk a little bit more about what Usain Bolt is saying or has said in this particular interview.
And I had issues with a few of the lighter skin people. You understand?
Why? Because you're a dancehall friend, them wanna make up nice and
I used to live near a lawyer. And I remember when I moved in, he said to me, "Listen, be careful now." So what I mean, he said they don't like to see young people strive, because when I came in here, I was just 23.
Yeah.
And then they weren't happy to see me in this complex. And I couldn't believe it. And when it started happening to me a couple of times, I said, no, I have to buy a house and move us. I can have my own place.
You see,
I had to rush out my house. Yeah, man.
So when you like just skin people,
they're not too happy for to see it, because a lot of them, because them go to school and work years and years to reach.
True, and you just come
and me just come up. Because of sports, me get everything and me I live here, so me I do this. And them not happy.
So bad mind is a bad. Your experience bad mind.
Strong one, strong
bad mind.
Alright, sports trackers. So you would have heard Usain Bolt speaking in that interview with Usain Bolt a couple years ago. Alright, so, it begs the question then, because basically what Usain Bolt was saying, is that he has experienced discrimination, in his earlier years of fame, when he first moved into a particular community with people of a lighter color. He was warned that he needs to be careful because classism, discrimination, things like that, especially towards young persons that did not achieve their wealth through a particular avenue, meaning that if you did not probably go to school, go to college and get a degree, and then you climb up the ladder of success in a particular way, then you would not be seen as equal. In other words, if you are a little country boy that achieved your wealth through track and field or any form of sports, then you are not seen on the same level as the others around you. Because this is what I'm getting from what Usain Bolt would have said in this interview, sports trackers. And I want to know, is this fraud, this multi-million-dollar fraud, embedded in this kind of thinking? Because whether we want to believe it or not in a sports trackers, this type of discrimination exists right in our own very country, Jamaica. And it is very sad to think that this is the reason why Usain Bolt's money went missing. Because when I think about it in sports trackers, it has been in the media that Usain Bolt would have invested in this firm, SSL, from as early as 2012. And it was said that the money came out as soon as it went in. So, it would appear as if these persons meant to break down this young man from early. He was not to have, he was not supposed to accumulate this type of wealth. That is what I'm getting from all of this. Usain Bolt, being a little country boy from Trelawney, should not have accumulated this type of wealth, especially as a young man. And this raises a lot more questions in a sports trackers, because Usain Bolt's manager would have been privy to his accounts and what was going on in the account, his financial manager. So what I really want to know, was Usain Bolt's manager aware that the money went missing from that long, or did he just become aware of it? You understand? Because we saw where Usain Bolt would have parted ways with his manager a few months ago, just before all of this came to light. So I personally believe that there are a lot of questions to be answered. Another thing that I want to talk about in a sports trackers is this recent statement by our Honorable Minister of Finance, Nigel Clark. Nigel Clark, for those who have not heard about it, would have issued a statement saying that the FSC did in fact submit a report that there is some amount of irregularities going on in the SSL from as early as 2019, right? However, Nigel Clark is purporting that he did not know about this report. In other words, the report was submitted to the Minister of Finance, to his office, right? The report was submitted to the office of the Minister of Finance. However, he himself as the minister did not know of this report, right? In other words, some persons in the office would have gotten the report but did not see it necessary to inform the minister of this type of report. You understand? So this is what Nigel Clark is saying. He's also saying that, this report was found in his office upon some search that took place recently. So I don't know if some journalists or some investigative powers went in and they searched and they found this report that was submitted from as early as 2019, right? And Nigel Clark, the Honorable Minister Nigel Clark, is saying that he did not know of this report, right? This report was never brought to his attention. Right? Now, if we remember in our sports trackers, Everton McFarlane, the executive director of the FSC, was forced to resign early in January. I think it was about January 19, right? His resignation takes effect January 31st. He was forced to resign following the reports of fraud at the SSL. Right, so the executive director, Everton McFarlane, was forced to resign from the FSC. Right, of course, usually when there's some report of fraud at an organization, then the regulatory body that is charged with overseeing such an organization, they would have failed in their duties. Right. But if Everton McFarlane and his team would have submitted a report to the minister's office, did they actually fail in their duty, right? And the question that I want to ask now, should Everton McFarlane be reinstated in his position as the executive director of the FSC? Yes, sports trackers. So there are a lot of unanswered questions. I don't know if you have the answers to them. I certainly don't. So please let me know what you think in the comment section. Blessings.